Hey guys, Press Bill Comic Book University and X-Men Blue issue number 6. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about these guys are hanging out in Madripoor. There's some kind of a celebration going on. They're chilling out, doing whatever they're doing. Magneto and Scott are letting out their post-latent anger tensions with each other and trying to hate each other and respect each other at the same time and win each other's approval. I like the psychology behind that. But yeah, Jean just wants to go out and hang out, but she doesn't want to go out alone, which is smart. This is, after all, frickin' Madripoor. Hello. So she goes and asks young Wolverine. We don't have a name for him yet, so I'm going to call him, young Wolverine. Anyway, she goes and asks Jimmy Hudson, Jimmy, if he wants to go out and walk the town. And of all things, Beast says he wants to go out too. Like, when does Beast ever want to go out and hang out as opposed to sit down and work with his science? I mean, magic. Wrong Beast. So, yeah, he actually wants to go and hang out, which is cool. Cool. So he's actually going to have more than one dimension in this particular reality. Good. I'm good with that. Okay, so they go out and they see some people, they have a lot of fun. They do some karaoke, whatever. Really funny moment with Jimmy having some shish kebabs, 3 of them in between his fingers, like his claws with the meat hanging on them. That was like the attention to detail of this comic is really great. Really great. On top of that, eventually he smells something from his past, mutant growth hormone. Now, of course, it's the idea like, okay, I'm smelling mutant hormones inside of this concoction and blah, 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 whatever. But he's indicating in his thought bubbles that there's something more, that it actually has something very specific to do with him. And, he's trying to recreate his memories that he's lost. He's a blank. It's basically Wolverine, with all the holes in his memories. Okay, so this new team shows up called the Raksha, which is based off of the Rakshasa from Dungeons & Dragons, which is based off of the Rashaksha, the shape-changers back in ancient Indian mythology. So, yeah, I like this name. I kind of like this group, too. They're mutants. They get a couple cool powers. And these, they go and they try to kill these guys. At one point, one of the dudes has the ability to make these, totally awesome scorpion-type creatures. Cuts off the hands of this dude with guns, and that was a really sick scene. You just see the hands laying there on the ground. That was actually a really sick scene. I liked that. Okay, so on top of that, though, we get to see they're kicking some butt. They're beating up these guys. Wolverine, Jimmy jumps in. Not Logan. Jumps in and tries to stop them. They attack, and then there's back and forth. Everybody's fighting each other. Everybody's kung fu fighting. Actually, it's some ninja fighting. We'll get to that in a moment. Eventually, they see not Logan. They see Wolverine's claws, all right? Young Wolverine's claws. And they're like, whoa, you remind us of Patch, who you guys would probably have called Wolverine back in your day. And oh yes, Chris Claremont's series of Wolverine. That's volume 2 of Wolverine. The first one was actually Frank Miller. But yeah, and could you believe that Chris Claremont did not want to make a Wolverine comic, but it was so good. Like, I'd be so disappointed if he didn't. Anyway, so yeah, in memory of Patch, these guys have formed their own little mutant superhero team, even though they don't want to call themselves superheroes. So the bargain here at the end is that Jean Grey says, listen, we'll teach you Xavier's dream. Can you guys teach us to be ninjas? And that is like one of the sexiest things I've ever heard somebody say before. Can you teach us to be ninjas? And the only thing I can think of that is sexier than that is the response in the acquiesce of, yes, we can. Didn't that sound sexy? Come on. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give this comic an A. This was a lot of fun reading. Oh man, I think that honestly, like, as good as the comic has been, this just picked it up a lot more. Plus, I'm totally lost on how many new mutants have now currently been created. We're just adding 4 more to the mix right now. Hello! So, yeah, this is really, really a good read. The only complaint that I have of this comic is actually the cover. And the 2 cover artists are not the same as the internal comic itself artists. I like that they had this little homage to someone at the bottom. I don't feel like looking up who it was. Whatever, that was obviously a personal thing he just felt like putting out there. Secret messages in X-Men comics. Oh my God. A little different in this one. But I don't like the way that Jean Grey was drawn on the front. She's only supposed to be, 15 years old or something like that? And they're drawing her with massive 90s X-Men boobs, X-women boobs. No, unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. It is seriously, like, genuinely not cool to be over-sexualizing X-Men or anybody else at this particular moment in time, specifically when you're talking about kids. That's kind of not cool, and I think that was just actually really in poor taste, but hey, that's just me. Anyways, all that aside, this is a really fantastic comic. Love reading this, and I'm so glad that it's a bi-weekly comic. Anyway, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, class dismissed.